Hey guys, today we have Lakshmikant and he's fresher and he's going to give interview in the field of core Java. So let's get started. Hey, hi Lakshmikant, how are you?
Hi, sir. I'm fine. Good afternoon,
Okay.
first of all.
Yeah. Shall we start?
Yes, sir. We can.
Okay. Can you please introduce yourself and your recent project in brief?
Yes, sir. Thank you for letting me introduce myself. My name is Lakshmikant, and I am from Bangalore. And I have recently come from uh, that Master of Computer Application I have completed. And in
Mm-hmm.
Master of Computer Application, I have did the major project on blockchain implementation on forensic
Okay.
evidence management system. In this,
Okay.
I have used the Java programming language and
Mm-hmm.
database. I have used MySQL.
Okay. Okay. So you have worked on blockchain.
Yes, sir. Blockchain.
Okay. So did you get a chance to work on web development, web dev
Yes, sir.
projects,
Yes, sir. I did the mini projects on
mini projects,
web development, like sign in and login page.
sign in and login?
Okay.
Okay. Uh, okay. So, uh, can you tell me like what are OOPs and what are their, why do we use OOPs in our project?
It's nothing but a object-oriented programming language. It is one
Mm-hmm.
of the paradigm which we can use to perform any development application, and you can use the many concept like inheritance, abstraction,
Okay.
encapsulation, and
Okay.
polymorphism. By using
Mm-hmm.
it, we can develop an application.
Okay. Okay. So did you use this any OOPs concept in your project? As you said, you worked on login and sign uh, in your web project.
I use sir abstraction for the
Ok-
Pojo class.
Okay. Okay. So you
Pojo
have
class.
used abstraction.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Encapsulate data
Yeah,
and behavior together.
encapsulated.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so moving ahead, can you tell me what are access modifiers in Java?
Access modifier, nothing but the visibility given to the data members. That is
Okay,
uh, private, public, protected, and default.
okay,
Public can be accessed anywhere in the class, inside the package, outside the package. And
okay.
we can't provide any access modifier at that
Mm-hmm.
situation. Default access specifier can be comes into picture. And the protected access specifier can be used inside the class and inside the package.
Okay,
And private can be used
private
inside the class.
inside within their own class.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So can you tell me why do we use getter setters when we make fields public and setting getting directly when we can make fields public?
Sir, basically getter and setter can be used in encapsulated class, or we can also call it as a Pojo class. For
Okay,
example, setter method can be used to set the instance variable, and
okay.
getter method can be used to access the variable.
Mm-hmm.
For this purpose, we are using getter and setter purpose. And other thing is,
Okay, so
we can
I mean
use
my
the
my question is like when we create a class, we can make a fields public, okay,
yes,
and
sir.
then we don't need to make getter and setters. Need to create getter. We can directly access those fields. But
Yes, sir.
why do we make fields private and then why do we create getters and setters?
Sir, especially we are using private access modifier for
Mm-hmm.
making the fully encapsulated class. For
Okay,
that purpose, we are using private.
okay. Okay, so can moving ahead, can a top level class be private or protected in Java? Let's
Top,
say there is a parent class, a
yes,
top level class. So that can be protected or private.
I think I'm not sure about that one.
Okay,
I'll make it as a protected. I think
okay. So top class cannot be private or protected because it restricts access and
yes,
making
sir. It
unusable
should
from
be
any other classes.
public. I think.
Yeah. Yes. And Lakshmikant, before moving on to the next question, do you know that we have designed a complete interview preparation package structured step by step containing 16 PDFs? So let me give you a brief on this. So basically, it's a one-stop solution to crack any interview. And the
Okay.
best part is that people have been telling me they crack their interviews with this material. And there's a 99% chance that the interviewers will ask questions from this package. So after this interview, I will share the link with you to get this, and also I will add in the description. A link part I will add in the description of this video. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So now moving to our questions. Can you tell me the concept of classes and objects? Like why do we use? First, tell me what are classes and objects, and tell me why do we use these.
Uh, Class is a blueprint or master copy, and by using which we
Okay.
can create a multiple object. And
Okay.
class is a non-primitive data type, sir. And the class is like a logical entity. And
Logical entity.
yes, sir.
And
As per the object is concerned, object is a physical entity, and it contains states and behavior. States
okay.
are nothing but data members like the
Okay.
instance variable which we can declare,
Mm-hmm.
and we can also have the methods which can perform the certain task.
Okay. Okay.
It's like a behavior.
It's like a behavior.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Can you give me some real life example to denote the class and objects, like this is class and this is objects?
For example, as we uh, as we take the example of woman, woman is a class, and in this woman we contain many physical properties like age
Okay.
and height. These are
Hmm.
the states and behavior. Woman can eat, and he can run, and he can walk, he can sing. It's
Okay. Okay. So
nothing
this
but
eat, run, and these are behaviors, and this
yes, it's be
ear, hand, these are attributes, right?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Can you tell me what are the ways to create an object in Java? Like
Sir,
how do you create an object?
yes, sir. Till now, I'm aware only by using new keyword, and apart
Okay.
from that, I have heard that by using instance of a class and the instance of a constructor, and
Okay.
by using deceleration, I think. But I know
Okay.
only using new keyword.
Okay. Okay. So till now, you know the new keyword only to create an
Yeah.
object, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Got it. Yeah, it's sufficient for fresher, but yeah, for your knowledge, we can use the clone method as well
Yeah.
to create an object, and we can use class factory methods. You can
Yeah.
just overview and look
Yes,
into these
sir.
after this interview. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So can a class in Java be without any methods or fields? Let's say I have
Sir,
created a class and it doesn't have anything, neither class, neither fields nor methods.
yeah, yes, sir, we can do that one. But the thing is,
Okay.
it can be compiled but not be executed. It can be loaded, but it does not be executed.
It does.
If
Okay.
in order to execute the class, we should need a main method because it is an entry point of the Java program.
Okay. 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 So have you heard about singleton class ever?
Sir.
Can
I
you
know.
brief on this?
Yes, a singleton class mostly used to create only single object, and it
Okay.
can restrict the user to create a multiple object.
Okay.
It is comes under creational design factor, I think.
Okay. So have you created singleton class ever?
No, no, sir.
No. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't
No
know.
issue. Yeah. Yeah. So moving ahead, can you tell me what constructor is?
Uh, Constructor is a special type of method which doesn't have
Okay.
any intent type, and
Mm-hmm.
constructor having the same name as class name, and
Mm-hmm.
the main purpose of the constructor is to initialize the instance variable while the object is creation, and we
Okay.
can have the access modifier to the constructor, and there
Okay.
is no return type and no return value for the constructor.
Okay. Okay. So these are like a special methods, right? As you
Yes, sir,
said.
special methods.
Okay. Okay. So can we use a private constructor?
Yes, sir. If we use private constructor, I think we can't make the inheritance. By using the private constructor, it does not allow us to create inheritance like aspects.
Okay. 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 So you are saying we can make private constructor,
Yes, sir. We
but we
can.
cannot inherit
Yes, we
those
can.
methods.
Yes.
Okay. And can constructor be overloaded?
Constructor can be overloaded, but it cannot
Overloaded.
be overridden, sir.
Okay. It means we can overload
Yes, sir.
constructor means we can have multiple constructor, but different their
Yes.
return type or signature might be different.
Uh,
Okay.
Yes,
Yes, correct? Okay.
It-
Yeah, let me correct if I am wrong.
sir, considering does not having any return type. So,
Okay, okay. Yeah, constructor doesn't have return type. Hmm. Okay, so what is immutability mean in Java?
sir, immutability is mainly applicable for the strings. Immutability is nothing but a once, for example, once we have
Mm-hmm.
created any string, then we are not allowed, then it will not allow us to perform any changes on it.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
specially applicable for the strings. In order to make a mutable
Mm-hmm.
string, we can use a string buffer and a string builder like that.
Okay, okay. And what are immutable classes, particularly? We talk about classes.
Mutable class, I don't have enough for this.
Okay, okay. So immutable classes in Java are classes whose objects cannot be modified
Okay, sir.
after they are created. This
Yes,
means all their fields are final and set only once,
yes, sir.
typically through constructor.
Okay.
Yeah. So did you get a chance ever to create immutable class?
Uh, Still, I have not tried, but
Okay.
I think
But do you know
so
how
I
to
have
create? You
that
know,
yes,
like,
sir. We can declare the final
okay,
variables. By using that,
okay.
we can create immutable class, I think, and making
Yeah.
final class as
We
final.
can, correct. We can declare the class as final, so it cannot be extended.
Yes,
We can make all the fields final and private so that direct access is not allowed.
yes,
And we don't have to provide setter methods for variables and in the end initialize all the fields using a constructor method. So that's how we can create immutable classes. Okay. Can you tell me what Java inheritance means?
Generally, inheritance is nothing but acquiring the properties from base class to derived
Base
class.
class to derived class.
For
Okay.
example, the class which is having the common properties, we can going to be call it as a base class,
Base
and
class.
class which can extend the property from the base class, we can
Okay.
class as a derived class,
Mm-hmm.
and
For
we
example,
can,
can you give an example?
real life example, sir, or any
Yeah, any example.
uh, as we seen in a relationship father and the child get the all the properties from father,
Hmm.
and father get the all the properties from their grand, like that.
Yeah, that is the inheritance example. Okay. Moving ahead. Can a class extends on its own?
Yes, sir. Class can be extended.
Are you sure? Let's say I
Yes,
have declared a class vehicle. And can we do like class vehicle extends vehicle?
class vehicle. At that situation, the class name should be the different, sir. Vehicle does not extend to the vehicle. We should give the different name to child class. Then it's allows to extend that properties from the parent class,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Moving ahead. So actually, no, I mean, if we are using the exact same name, so no, a class in Java cannot extend itself. If we try, it will cause an error.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you tell me why multiple inheritance is not possible in Java?
Sir, multiple inheritance. Generally, the multiple inheritance is nothing but a single the child class try to acquire the properties from
Okay.
multiple parent class.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Generally, it can not supported in the Java because of ambiguity while method calling, and also we can call it as a diamond problem.
Okay.
It means, for example, single child class want to acquire the properties from
Mm-hmm.
more than one parent class. If we
Mm-hmm.
declare the same method name in the both parent class, at that
Mm-hmm.
situation, child get confused, sir. Which method I have to
Which
call?
method to
In
call?
case if we
Okay.
declare a different method name in both parent class, again it
Mm-hmm.
will address the ambiguity issue, because as we know that both parent class can be extended to the object class. In object class,
Okay.
there are 11 methods are there, hash code
Mm-hmm.
and equals. That's all. And again, there is ambiguity issue will be arises. So it won't allow
Okay.
us to perform in multiple inheritance. We can
Okay.
achieve the multiple inheritance by using the interface.
Interface. So it basically, You are saying interface solves this problem, multiple
Yes, sir.
inheritance problem.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct. Moving ahead, can you tell me the difference between inherit inheritance and composition?
Uh, I think inheritance is a relationship. It follows is a relationship.
Okay.
Uh, Composition, I think it just follows the has a relationship.
Okay.
The composition is nothing but a strong as a relationship. I think
Okay.
owner object can be depends on any other object.
Mm-hmm.
For example, water can as a fish. Water and the fish can be dependent on each other. If water
Okay.
is there, then only fish can live there, organisms like that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Uh, so what does mean by polymorphism in Java?
Sir, polymorphism is nothing but a ability of a method. It can take many forms,
Okay.
and generally poly means many, and morpha means forms many forms.
Okay.
And there are two type of polymorphisms there: uh,
Mm-hmm.
compile time and runtime polymorphism.
And time. Okay.
And compile time, we can use example of method overloading.
Mm-hmm.
And in case of method overloading, the method binding will be decided by the compiler
Okay.
based on the parameters. And the method runtime overriding, runtime polymorphism is also called as a method overriding. Overriding is nothing but we can provide the subclass specific implementation like that.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me some or any example?
Regarding on what?
Polymorphism, like how polymorphism behave different.
Yes, sir. In a real time example, if we take, for example, human being, a
Mm-hmm.
person can he can behave in college. He can behave as a lecturer. In class, he can behave as a student. For example,
Mm,
is while in bus he can drive. At that situation, he can behave as a driver. In
okay.
hospital, he behaves as a doctor, like that.
So you are saying person is
Many
an
forms.
example of a polymorphism. If he is in a college teaching, then he is a lecturer. If he is studying, he is a student. He
Yes.
or she is driving, he or she, then they are driver. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's correct example. Okay, moving ahead. How does have you heard about a dynamic method dispatch in the concept of polymorphism?
Yes. Sorry, sir. I don't aware of that one. I know only
Okay.
this.
So dynamic method dispatch is a way Java decides which method to use at runtime when methods are overridden in subclasses. It
Yes, sir.
basically ensures the correct method is used based on the type of the object.
Okay.
Okay. So can constructor be polymorphic?
Constructor. Yes, sir. We have the concept like constructor overloading. By using this concept, I can say that it is polymorphic.
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, moving ahead. What does mean by abstraction?
Abstraction is nothing but hiding the internal implementation and showing
Okay,
the set of result to the user.
okay.
As we real-time example, as we took on ATM, if you want to withdraw any money, we
Mm-hmm.
can perform only user interface actions. But how money is coming from the that ATM, how the money is sorted out, and
Okay,
it will be comes out from that dispenser block. It is nothing but hiding background details and showing set of result to the user. And
okay.
the output of the abstraction is loose coupling, sir. And as per the JDBC is concerned,
Mm-hmm.
JDBC API is the example for the abstraction between the user and the database server.
Okay, okay. Can you provide examples of where abstraction is effectively used in Java libraries?
Real-time examples of
No,
abstraction, sir.
no. Not real time. Like where are, I mean, the example where we are using abstraction in Java, core Java's libraries.
Core Java libraries. In interface, we are declaring the abstract methods. Like,
Uh, uh,
that's
uh, uh,
and
mm,
apart from that one, in JDBC we are using abstraction concept because
okay.
we have the abstract methods like
No,
prepare
no,
statement.
I'm not asking where are we using abstraction methods or don't. Like, where are we using abstraction concept? Okay, let me tell you. You have seen array list and dict list, right?
Yes, sir.
So when we use a list, we don't need to know how it stores data.
Yes,
So they are just hiding the implementation detail from us, like array
yes.
list, linked list. So
Okay.
that can be the example of abstraction, right? Okay. Yeah. Moving ahead. Uh, what happens if a class includes an abstraction method?
Sorry, sir.
What happens if a class includes an abstraction method?
Sir, if we class contain the abstracted method, then
Uh,
we must declare the class as abstract. Otherwise, it might throw an error.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got it. Uh, can you tell me about interface? As previously you said, interface solves multiple inheritance problem, right?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Interface is nothing but a intermediary between service provider and consumer, and
Okay.
interface contain abstract method.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Interface also contains the concrete method, that is method declaration and implementation. But
Okay.
the condition is that the return type should be the default. It can be
Mm-hmm.
present on Java 8 onwards, and
Okay.
we can't create the object of interface. And
Okay.
if a class want to extend the properties
Mm-hmm.
from the interface, at that situation we can use the implements keyword. By using implement keyword, we can acquire all the properties from interface.
Okay. Mm. Okay. What's the difference between an interface and an abstract class?
Uh, in abstract class, the concrete method is there. We can
Okay.
declare concrete and abstract method, and in
Mm-hmm.
interface we can declare only abstract methods. Like
Come again. Can you repeat again?
in abstract class, uh, we can declare concrete methods.
Okay.
In interface, we can declare only abstract methods.
So you are saying in interfaces, we declare only abstract methods.
Yes, sir. In abstract class, we can declare normal
Okay.
methods or concrete methods. Like,
So are you sure on the point that you said like interface can have only abstract methods?
sir, I will okay with this one. But Java 8 onwards, we can have concrete methods with the default data type.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
from Java 8 onwards, we can have default and static
yes,
methods also.
yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So can you provide example of when to use an interface versus when to extend the class?
As now I say that multiple inheritance. For example, father and mother having the
Mm-hmm.
different methods like
Mm-hmm.
eat and run. Then normal class for a child class want to acquire the properties from both parent class. At that situation, we
Okay.
can acquire that properties from the
Hmm.
implements keyword.
Okay. Okay. So what does mean by encapsulating? Encapsulation. Sorry.
So, encapsulation is nothing but a wrapping of data. As you seen in real time example, we have a
Mm-hmm.
capsule. Inside the capsule, we are
Okay.
embed lot of drugs and all.
Mm-hmm.
That is encapsulated. As per the
Okay.
Java is concerned, we are wrapping the data by using the data handler methods like setter and getter method. And
Mm-hmm.
there are certain rules are there. So in order to achieve the encapsulation, the class should
Okay.
contain the private data members, and
Mm-hmm.
that class should not be abstract. And
Okay.
for private data members, we should have setter and getter method. And
Mm-hmm.
setter method is used to set the data, and getter method is used to retrieve the data. Like
Okay. So how encapsulation enhance software security and integrity?
um, by using the security aspect, we are using encapsulation, and by
Okay.
declaring the private data members all. And if you declare private data members, it couldn't be accessible from outside the class like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay. Okay. So, how moving ahead, how does the Java compiler determine which overloaded method to call?
Mm, Java compiler, as per the method overloading is concerned, it can
Mm-hmm.
determine at the static binding, nothing but a compile time binding. It will check for the parameters.
Okay.
If the particular parameter will be matched, then such type of the method going to be executed.
Okay. So, is it possible to overload method that differs only by the return type?
Default, I think it, uh, it might be, I think.
What you said, we can overload if they're only different by return type, as what you said.
Sir, at the time of overloading, the return type should be matched, sir. Then only we can overload. For example, the method having the return type as a public, other method having the return type as a default. At that situation, we can't overload. The return type should be same, sir. Then only.
Okay. Okay. So let's say we have two method draw. Okay. And in
Yes.
both the methods, we are having same argument, same signature, but their return type is different. One is returning integer and another is returning uh, double. So uh, are these overloaded methods?
Sir, in this situation, it can be decided which argument we are passing. For example, if we are passing the integer, it will take the integer as a parameter. If we are
Let's say
passing,
Okay, let's say we are calculating an area. We have a method calculate area, and we are actually calculating area of rectangle, and we are
yes, sir.
passing length and breadth both in integer in two methods, same methods,
Yes,
calculate
sir.
area, but their return type is different. One is returning float and one is returning
Integer.
double. So are these methods overloaded methods or what?
Yes, sir, it can't overload, I think.
Okay. Yeah, we cannot overload method just by changing their return type.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, and what are the rules and conditions for method overriding?
Sir, while overriding the method, the return type should be same, and
Okay.
the method name should be same. Then only we can provide the subclass specific implementation in the overridden methods and
Okay.
in subclass. Like,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, moving ahead. Have you worked with this and super keyword?
yes, sir. I work on this and
Can
super.
you brief on this? Just one line statement about this and super.
Yes, sir. This keyword can be used to access the parent class
Okay.
instance variable and like constructor.
Okay.
And this keyword cannot be used inside the static method like. And
Okay.
mainly this keyword used
Mm-hmm.
to achieve the variable shadowing or variable flashing. For
Okay.
example, if we have the instance variable and
Mm-hmm.
local variable with the same name,
Mm-hmm.
uh, then local variable can dominate the instance variables, sir, and local variable can get the higher priority. Whenever we
Okay.
are going to print the variable, it will print the local variable. To avoid that
Mm-hmm.
situation, we are using this keyword. And
Okay.
as per the super keyword is concerned, it will call the immediate parent class constructor
Okay.
methods variables
So
like.
can this keyword be assigned a new value in Java?
Yes, sir. We can assign the new value in the Java by using the
Okay.
instance variable. For example, if we declared int age is equal int age,
Okay.
at the situation this dot age is equal to, we can assign the new values.
Okay. So what happens if you attempt to use the super keyword in a class that doesn't have a super class?
At that situation, it will call the object class, I think, sir. If it doesn't have any super class, at
Hmm.
that situation, it will flash the object class. It
Are
will
you
invoke.
sure?
Yes.
Will it, uh, I mean, can it throw a compilation error?
Uh, I think it will call super class, that object class, I think so.
Okay.
Not
Yeah, so I think if we attempt to use a super keyword in a class that doesn't have a super class, so a
yeah,
compilation error occurs.
okay.
Yeah. So can this or super keyword be used in a static method?
No, sir. It can't allow us to use this keyword in static method, sir.
Is there any reason behind this?
Because I think static method can be loaded before the main method in the class loading, so
Okay.
it can't allow us to use any this keyword. Like,
So what is static keyword?
sir, static keyword nothing but it can be declared with a static keyword, and it can be created at the time of class loading, and it can be created inside the class area, sir. And static
Okay.
variable doesn't have any default value. We must assign
Hmm.
the values, and
Hmm.
static variable can be accessible any method constructor, and those method and constructor should be static.
Okay.
And static variable always store the recent value once
Hmm.
of modification.
Okay. Okay. So uh, can a static block throw an exception? Can a static block throw
Yeah,
an exception?
yes, sir. Static block can be loaded before the main method if we declared any try catch block. Yes, sir. It might throws an exception.
Yeah. It.
It will throws an error,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
class loading error like that.
Can we override static methods?
No, sir. We can't over it.
Is it possible to access non-static members from within a static method?
Non-static member from the static. It might be accessed by using class name followed by the that variable name. Like,
Okay. Can we print something on console without main method in Java?
yes, sir. Of course, we can print by using static block. Static block we can print.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes, sir. I'm sure.
Okay. It depends on Java version, or for every Java version we can print.
Uh, Especially as per the Java version is concerned, I don't aware of that one, but I have recently tried. We can print anything before using the main method. But the thing is, we have to declare inside the static
So
block.
I think prior to Java 8, yes, we can print something without main method, but
Yeah.
I think it's not possible from Java 8 onwards.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. Uh, okay. So what are final keywords?
Sir, final keyword is nothing but it can be applied on a variable method and class.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if we applied on a variable,
Mm-hmm.
the
Okay.
variable became constant. We can't change the value of the variable throughout the program. And if we applied on the method can be overloaded, but it cannot be overridden. If we applied on the class, the class it can have subclass, but we can't able to make the inheritance concept
Okay. Okay.
like.
Okay. So what are some common use case for using final variable in Java programming?
Yes, sir. For example, we are if we are developing any application, for
Mm-hmm.
example, the student application. At that situation,
Mm-hmm.
the student roll number or registration, whatever it is
Okay.
unique to the throughout the academics. At that situation, we might use the final keyword to roll number or registration number. Like,
Okay. How does the final keyword contribute to immutability and thread safety in Java?
I don't know.
Okay. So the final keyword contributes to immutability and thread safety in Java by ensuring that the value of variable cannot be changed once assigned, and
Yes,
it's
sir.
preventing unintended modification and potential concurrency issues.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. So yes, Lakshmikant, it's done from my end.